Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey guys, Dan in Maryland here. I was looking at our draft haul and our undrafted free agents, and I think we really have to give Andrew Berry credit for reading the board correctly. Ronnie Hickman, Lonnie Phelps, Mahmoud Diabate, these guys all had draftable grades on them from a variety of services. But, credit Andrew Berry for, reading the board correctly, letting those guys fall to undrafted status, grabbing them as free agents, in some cases giving them some pretty healthy bonuses to make sure he got them, and then using those draft picks instead to get an intriguing developmental quarterback, getting a center who I think everyone was shocked fell as far as he did, and then flipping a 7th-round pick for a 6th-round pick next year, so giving himself a little better draft capital next year. And then, on top of that, I don't know how he did it, but somehow he took the 42nd pick in the draft and turned it into 2 wide receivers, Elijah Moore and Steve Tillman. So good on him there, too. I realize Andrew Berry's not perfect. He makes his share of mistakes, just like any GM does. Let's give the guy credit. He really knows what he's doing. Anyhow, go Browns. Keep up the good work.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. And Corey, again, you never know how something's going to work out, but you can at least see the plan as it's unfolding. And I would say you could see that with Andrew Berry's past moves. Now, they didn't work out last year. Let's see how they work out. I understand what he's trying to do.
Yeah, the way that I put it before the draft is I think free agency really gave them the opportunity to draft based on value and not draft based on need. So again, they went out and they signed 3 defensive tackles. They went out and they signed a defensive end to start opposite Myles Garrett. They went out and they traded for Elijah Moore. Then they signed Marquise Goodwin. So I think they really went out. Those are the 3 big positions of need. And so when they came on the clock at 74, they didn't have to say, we have to get a wide receiver. We have to get a defensive end. We have to get a defensive tackle. They could look at their board and say, like, okay, who's the best player on our board, and we'll take that guy. And I think that's what they did. And it happened time and again. So, that's why you end up with a guy like Luke Whippler at the 190th pick, is because I think Berry went in addressing value over position. And I think, again, that's the great way to draft. And I think people kind of overestimate how hard drafting is. Like, there's an article out there that has said that only 30% of first rounders get second contracts with the team that drafts them. So like even first round picks are bust at a very high level. So when you get into the 3rd round, you're hoping that those guys turn into rotational players. When you get into day 3, you're hoping they contribute on special teams. So, when we look at guys like James Hudson, when we look at guys like Harrison Bryant, those are 2 guys I'd say have already outperformed their draft capital because they've started games for you. They've contributed like in pretty significant manners for you, despite being day 3 picks. And again, when you get into the 4th round, you hope that guy's a special teamer. So I think Berry's done a better job than maybe he gets credit for. And especially this year, I think he did a great job bringing it full circle of really attacking value over position.
Yep, I would agree with you.